And so I am certain that with these 3 behaviors, that you too can also rekindle that spark of what brought you into the work in the first place. As leaders, this is your work too. I see it in your staffs and the people that do the work. I see it in the community that's being served. That love is readily apparent. And so the impact that we can have alone is minimal. When we choose to partner, we can make broad societal change stick.
She's a great presenter, so accessible. The metaphors that she used really brought everything to life.
When we show up to work in the morning, frazzled, hair on fire, running in from kid drop-off, when we run from meeting to meeting without time in the middle of the day, when we leave without saying goodbye to our teams, the message that we're sending to our teams is abundantly clear about how much we believe self-care is important.
She exudes such a positivity, passion, and an energy, but she's not Pollyannish. It's all grounded in real understanding of what it means to run or manage a nonprofit.
The lessons from these nonprofit leaders translates beautifully into the lessons learned for dragon boating. And so what I've decided to do is the rest of this speech, you're going to hear me use dragon boating as a metaphor for what I learned from our nonprofit leaders, and I'll share some stories along the way from my own experiences.
Taking care of yourself can be a real project at times, especially when you're on the go, you're pushing.
If we want to truly understand what we are implementing, how things are going with a team, our job is to listen. We become, in that moment of active listening, the least important person in the room. Well, interestingly enough, the dragon boating community has built in this listen deeply, stay curious into its race structure. The key is synchronicity. Every paddle has to punch into the water at the exact same time. And so does that sound familiar when we start a new initiative in a nonprofit organization? We're starting from a dead stop, we have a heavy lift, and to get things rolling takes a great deal of effort. When the start goes well, as the drummer, I can feel myself getting lifted up and out of the water. It is fabulous. And the team can feel that we've had a good start and we're synchronous.
I enjoyed the workshop today, but more importantly, the insight of looking at myself, looking at how I lead, reminding myself of how my partnerships with other people I can always learn from them.
And so my hope for you is that in all of this, when times are really hard, that you will remember to please listen, lead, and always love your work.